Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me once again on this Three Houses Pacifist playthrough. As you can see, we are taking on a paralogue today, which means I have some explaining to do. Before I do that, however, Byleth has to consume some stat boosters that I've been gardening. They are required for the boss kill, which is the only kill necessary to complete the map. Flayn also consumes a spirit dust, but this can be avoided for reasons I'll get into later. First, the reason we're here is to acquire the experience gem. Because experience is such a limited resource, and I want Lysithea to hit level 30 in time for the last few chapters, I decided I was willing to defeat one extra enemy to get it. This requires bringing a thief, since we have to steal the gem from an archer on the right side of the map. Petra, one of our most recent recruits, is the best fit. With Adjutant Claude's help, she also happens to be very good at locking down this assassin. Manuela is all by her lonesome, but because the silent spell has such long range, she can still help pacify an enemy mage. Lysithea is deployed for her ability to warp Petra over to the archer next turn. Equipping heal here would have been better than nothing at all, since it would grant crit avoid. We haven't actually recruited Hanneman yet, so he's force deployed as a green unit. We'll use him to bait out the nearby brigand on enemy phase. Byleth and our Stride Cavalier Ashe already moved, so the last unit to mention is Flayn. This map has extremely few deployment slots, but she earns one by virtue of her rescue spell. This enemy phase is a little weird. First, Lysithea distracts the mercenary. Second, Byleth survives an archer thanks to a steel shield. Third, the brigand ignores the 1 HP Byleth in favor of Hanneman. I don't really understand why. My best guess is that he's coded to prefer attacking the story-relevant character. Ashe dismounts to apply our second stride. This affects everyone but Manuela and Ashe himself thanks to our turn 1 movements. From here, warping Petra over to steal the experience gem is easy, so I'll talk about the Flayn situation. Our boss killer is of course Byleth, wielding Thunderbrand. She is currently 13 squares away from her target, but there are enemies blocking the most direct path. This makes the actual travel distance 15 squares. 6 base movement plus 5 from stride means we need 4 more squares somehow. Flayn can provide this by rescuing from 5 squares away. A 5 range rescue requires 4 times as much magic, which is 20. Flayn's base magic is 15, and Hanneman can rally her for another 4. The 1 remaining magic can be attained by leveling magic during the 1 level up Flayn's had so far, cooking up a magic boost at the monastery, or changing Flayn's class to mage. I did none of those things before realizing I had saved over any files that would allow me to do them. Oops. It cost me a spear test here, but it all worked out long term. With enough speed to quad the boss and enough avoid to dodge his counterattack, Byleth wraps up the oil and water paralogue with 1 kill.
Are you uninjured?
A few scrapes and bruises, but yes, I'm well enough.
I'll see you again for Ingrid's paralogue. Take care, everyone.